I mean, I think you put everything into perspective. If you take a step away and realize it's our 4th game in 5 days, we don't have very many bodies right now. A lot of our skills up top right now. And we got a group of guys that just bonded together for 5 days and strung together 4 wins. So however we got it today, whatever way, I don't care if they got 150 shots. The bottom line is our guys did enough to win the game. Obviously, we needed Robbie to be good today. We knew he was going to be good. I don't think he said one word from 9 o'clock this morning until the game ended. He was locked in. We needed him to be locked in. When we got our opportunities, we put the puck in the net. I felt like we bent at a lot of times. It didn't break. Again, I think our style is demanding. You need legs to play our style. I thought our guys fought it. I thought they battled. I thought the energy was there. There just wasn't much left in the tank, but we did what was needed.
Is that a sign of the maturity that you've seen in the last few weeks, that they're able to dig in deep like this?
Sure. I mean, that's the sign. Good teams find a way to win hockey games. Bad teams find a way to lose. Tight games, teams that make runs, they find a way. They manage the game. You could say whatever you want about the shots tonight. Look at the shot charts where they were from. I think, again, they're a team that's going to throw pucks at the net from everywhere. That's the way they generate offense. We're not. We're a team that's going to hold on to the puck as long as possible. We're going to wear teams down, and we're going to try and score that way. So that doesn't bother me. I look at shots in prime areas, and we had a lot of chances in prime areas. Their goaltender played pretty well, too.
Veteran leadership is obviously a key thing. Talk about Eric Baier tonight, because, I mean, let's face it, he probably wasn't one of the guys at the top of the list as far as going end-to-end in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, first off, 3-on-3 probably suits Eric as good, if not, better than anybody in the league because of the way he skates. But, you love as a coach when guys who do things the right way all the time get rewarded. I mean, Eric's a guy who every single thing he does, if you could, mold someone to do things the right way off the ice, in the community, in the locker room, in the weight room, he's that guy. And again, usually this game has a habit the hockey gods find a way for the right guys to get rewarded. So it's nice to see a guy like that score, as big of a goal as we've had all year.
And Jack Rodwald is appearing to be coming of age, I guess, would be the best way to put it, because he's now very hot.
Yeah, and I think when we were talking a couple of months ago, we felt like Jack was getting a lot of chances. They just weren't going. And the conversations we had with him was, listen, if you weren't getting the chances, we'd be worried. But you're getting chances every game. You've scored goals your whole life. You're going to score goals again. And I think now you're seeing, the power play goal, how much poise he had. I think maybe 2 months ago that would have been on his stick and he would have maybe thrown it into the goal or thrown it wide. But just the poise and the confidence he had to pull it around the goaltender and put it in. I mean, I think that's a sign of things to come. A kid who was playing junior hockey last year, to be doing that, what he's done these last few days, I think he's got a bright future.
You talk about the poise on that goal. If I'm not mistaken, that was the goal where there's just a quick passing. From bam to bam to bam.
It was a power play goal, and that's, you couldn't have drew it up any better, exactly what we want to do on our power play. We walked it up top. We hit Eric, who was skating down. He moved it in the middle of Rupert. Rupert moved it down to Rhodey. And, it's hard to score in this game. I mean, if you hold on to the puck too long, you let a goalie get set or a team get set, a lot of times it's hard. And, that's a sign of chemistry. Again, those guys, having a little bit of continuity of that unit being together now for a few games. And, that was a big goal for us.
You ended up playing one skater short tonight when Dale couldn't go.
Yeah.
Was Miles Harvey available? Could you have put
it was too late at that point. It was too late at that point. I mean, obviously we would have loved to have put Miles in. We just didn't have the choice.
Okay.
Just kind of continuing to build the momentum. Getting four wins in 5 nights. Getting 3 wins in 3 days. How much confidence does that breed?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of confidence. And I was very fortunate last year to be part of a streak that lasted a long time. And one of the things I always reminded our guys to do, and it's the same thing with these guys, is, don't look at what we've done the last couple of days. Don't look ahead. Just stay in the moment. This is probably the most fun we've had all year as a group. You want to keep it going. Enjoy it. When you look back at a season, it's always, these types of things that you remember. So we gotta keep rolling. It's nice we get an off day tomorrow. Obviously we need it. We'll have a good practice on Tuesday. We get right back to work against a very good team on Wednesday.
I mean, you're looking at next 3 games against Indy, which is a team that you see very seldom. Any kind of scouting report on them, or what do you?
I would say we played them to a 2-0 game in Indy. It was the last game on a road trip. Very similar to this team. They're big. They're heavy. They're tough. It's hard to get to the net against them. I would say that was probably the most physical hockey game we were in all year. I think there was 2 or 3 fights in that game, a lot of body checks, a lot of block shots. So I think it's going to be 3 hard-fought games, and that's what you want.
You know what? We were talking about it before the game, me and Rory Rollick. Lately we've been really pushing to just get pucks on net. That's kind of been our mentality on the back end. And first one, it just, puck got chipped down the wall, and I just instinctively threw it on the net, and we had 2 guys driving the net, and they cleared out some of their guys, and it kind of left it open in front, so jumped on it. And then the last one, I was going with some pretty good speed, and just was kind of watching the guy on me, saw I had a couple inches to work with and get a shot off, and figured if there's a place to go, it would be upstairs. So, that's just the mentality. Get a shot first and worry about where it goes later. So if it wasn't me, it was going to be somebody else. So it was good.
Talk about like that first goal and even the overtime goal, getting out on the rush like that. How important was it with kind of the rest deficit that you guys were in to take advantage of those opportunities when they came about?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of an uphill battle all night, I thought. I'm sure some of the guys will tell you the same. And anytime, we get those opportunities, especially in a game like that where it feels like every step of the way gets harder and harder. You got to take advantage of that, and you got to, really focus on, take advantage that now we have to play with structure, protect the lead, that kind of thing. And obviously we gave it up a couple times, and we were fortunate to get it back. So, that's the biggest thing. We just stay with our game for 60 minutes, and that's what we have to do. So.
How much did you guys want to win this game for Robbie because of the way he played tonight?
Oh, huge. I mean, that's really the drive of the game. The way he's playing, it's awesome. He's so solid for us, and it's frustrating for us. Obviously there's breakdowns throughout different plays, and we feel almost guilty for it. I guess that's the best way to put it. We play with guilt, and if we get scored on the next shift, we're going to go back and get it for him. That's the mentality. So obviously we don't want to give up. We want to play as tight as we can, and it's a huge part, especially like his character, how good of a guy he is, how hard he works, everything that he brings every day. That's what kind of drives us to push forward in those games.
When you give, I mean, the raw number at least, you give up that many shots. What's the mentality defensively? To try and bring that number down, or are you like, they're taking kind of easy shots?
Yeah, exactly. It's more the quality of shot that we're worried about than the number. Obviously, we don't want pucks to get through. Our number one priority is the block shots. Don't let the shots get through at all. And if they do, we got to box out. We can't allow second, third chances, which I think they may have had a couple, rebound scrums or whatever. But yeah, that's the biggest thing, is just limiting the quality of chances. We got to play tight in our D zone all the time. We see it tonight. We give up a little 2-foot area, there's a grade A scoring chance. So we just got to tighten that up.
The way things have turned around the last week or two, how much confidence is there in the locker room right now?
Oh, it's tremendous. It's 2 totally different teams. Just our mentality, our preparation, the feel going out on the ice, even for warm-ups, preparing the right way. Before the game, our meetings, our video, everything, there's a whole different mood. When you show up to the locker room before games, just the guys' persona, your feel, how you're sitting, how you're talking, everything is different character. It's easy when you're winning, right? And it's even harder when you're struggling. And I think it's a testament to a lot of character in that room that guys turned it around, and there's the coaches as well, staying with it, not hitting the panic button, nothing like that. So, and now we're seeing results, so it's good.
You kind of lick your chops when you get into overtime with 3-on-3 because you're such a strong skater.
Yeah, it's funny that you brought that up. Yeah, I kind of do, actually. No matter how tired I am, I just like the open ice and get to skate, yeah. And that's kind of my mentality. First, I get a little aggravated when we can't get the puck, and it's hard in 3-on-3 over there's so much room. So I kind of lick my chops when we get it, and I can try to wheel up the ice. So I like it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks very much.
You'll get the W. On a night like this, when there are so many shots coming your way, both from the outside and occasionally from the inside. Is this the kind of thing where you like the work, or would you prefer that your D-men get more involved and block more shots?
I thought we played a good game. I mean, it's the third game in 3 nights, so it's never easy, especially the way we've been playing. We playing a lot harder game, a lot more difficult to play against, and I think that's why we're seeing results. So, third game in 3 nights, you kind of expect to come out maybe a little bit flat, and just try and hang on and get out a nice tough win. It's nice to get shots at times because you can get into a little bit of a flow. I don't know. Some games you like having no shots. Some games you like having more shots. We won, so I'll say I like having a lot of shots tonight.
The way, I mean, with the schedule the way it was, playing 4 and 5 nights, the goalies obviously don't have to go through every game like the guys in this situation. Is it more important for the goalie to stand tall?
Yeah, I mean, it's just every night someone new needs to step up, and for the last couple games, I think the back end's played great. So that's not just the goaltender; that's the defense, and the forwards coming back and blocking shots and defining lanes and making our lives a little easier. So yeah, I mean, some nights you need the goalie to stand up, some nights you need the D to play well, and some nights you have guys get momentum with a fight or something like that. So I thought we had obviously Baier stepped up for us in overtime and made a great play, so we came out with a win.
Obviously, at this point, from back a couple of weeks, you've now gotten to the point where you're within earshot of playoffs. In fact, you're getting kind of close to the 7th spot even. How much more confidence do you guys have as a group, as a unit, knowing that you're hot and you've gotten yourself back into contention for getting into the postseason?
Yeah, I don't think we're hot. I just think we're figuring out how to play. I mean, we've had a young team all year, and it takes time for young guys to figure out how to play professional hockey and take care of themselves and, figure out that you need to come out and play a hard game every night, regardless of how you feel. And I think what you're seeing is we're finally catching on to that. It's nice to have a little streak here, but I don't think we're hot. I just think, we're coming together as a team and learning how to win in a number of different situations, and that breeds confidence.